You're listening to a podcast, the Eli Castro Show. I am Eli Castro.
And I'm Emeline Ramos.
And this week we celebrated your birthday.
Yeah!
Now, birthdays are usually a very pressurized time of year because your significant others have that pressure of having to, I don't know, help make it the best day of the year.
Yeah.
How did I do?
You did okay.
I know you're being kind. Because of course it can never be perfect.
No.
But go ahead and tell the listeners exactly what your day. Your birthday actually was Monday.
Yes, my birthday was Monday.
Okay, and I couldn't just say that our trip to South Africa was part of your gift.
No, that's just our trip. And so Monday was my birthday, and when I got home from work, you had dinner ready. You went out and got my favorite mofongo.
Mofongo
Con camarones.
con camarones.
Yes.
But I didn't even get the right one.
Okay, maybe you didn't.
So that was already a sign of things to come.
I prefer camarones con salsa criolla, and you got me camarones al ajo.
Which is the green sauce.
Ajo sauce, yeah, garlic.
Right, which is kind of a greenish.
Like oily, yeah.
It just looks greenish, oily, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know. You know, I just ordered it, and they should have asked me. But I guess by default, people usually just get that one. Then.
I guess, yeah, maybe.
It's one of those, unless you specify otherwise, they're going to give you the green one.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would explain why when you opened it, you were like, mira, it's almost what I like. That's the look you had. It's nice. Gracias por el esfuerzo.
Yeah. And then you got me a card, which was always beautiful.
I know, which is always expected.
Yeah.
Okay, so lo de menos. I mean, if you don't get somebody a card,
Yes.
you breaking up.
Yes. We're going to have problems.
Yeah.
And then el nene estaba aquí con nosotros, and he got me a card also.
Yes, which was actually his idea.
Yeah.
He wanted to get you a card. So I took him to the nearest Walgreens, and I said, okay, dale, pick a card. Now, a 10-year-old, you have no idea what he's going to pick. Because you just don't know what they're thinking in terms of if it's going to be funny, if it's going to be inappropriate. And he went straight to a section for moms.
Yeah.
And he picked out a card that said, happy birthday, mom. Como na? He was like, okay, I found it. And I was like, ooh, I can see myself having a conversation with Sandra. Because it said mom. Now, in all fairness, I did look, and there were no stepmom cards. I don't know if Hallmark just doesn't think stepmoms are
What's up with that?
worthy of getting cards. I guess it's just para la otra. But there was nothing. So not that he was looking.
Right.
I know he wasn't looking because he went straight for mom. But I asked him. I said, but is there before your biological mom kills me, is there a reason why you chose to get Emmeline a mom card? And he was like, oh, because she's my mom. And I was like, okay, but what about mommy? Yeah, it's my other mom. I have two moms.
Wow.
And just like that, he sealed what Sandra and I had been dreading for years since we got a divorce. How do we explain, or how do we make normal when we each get or have a significant other? Mm-hmm. And he was like, fácil, I got two moms.
I know. He makes it seem so easy, right?
He does.
We're the ones stressing out over everything.
We're the ones going to counseling. And he's waiting for us outside. Are you finished? Because I'm okay. What else?
And then, so he got me a card. He got me some Kit Kats. He gave me 50 cents.
He did. He actually told me that was the change that he got. Because this was his money, by the way. He took money out of his piggy bank to buy you this stuff. And I think he got like $2.50 back. And he goes, you know what? I'm feeling generous. So he gave me the $2 and he gave you the 50 cents.
I loved it. I have them saved. I'm never going to use those 50 cents.
50 cents.
And then you guys got me a chocolate cake, a beautiful little chocolate cake.
It's obligado. Mm-hmm. Obligado.
Yes.
Okay, so at least I didn't score with the camarones and mofongo, but I scored with a very nice, like almost like what a personal pan pizza would be.
Yeah.
I got that, but for a cake. So it was a nice like personal chocolate cake.
It was delicious, and it had wonderful candles on it.
Yes.
That said 5 and a 3.
53.
I'm not 53, people.
Well, because I convinced my son that you were 53 as a joke, and he wouldn't believe me. He was like, what? But she doesn't look 53. She looks like she's in her 30s, which you are.
Thank you. Yes.
But I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I convinced him that you were 53 and he told you on your birthday, happy birthday, you're 53?
Well, he did.
And so when he joked about it with her offhandedly through text, Emily would react like, what, 53? I ain't no 53. So the way I would excuse it, I'd be like, okay, yeah, you know how women are touchy about their age. Maybe she's just not happy to turn 53. So then on her birthday card, he wrote, happy 53. Basically, there's nothing wrong with being 53.
Yeah. Like trying to console me for turning 53.
Being the psychologist once again, because, everything's squared away in his mind. Everything's not a problem. He was like, it's okay to be 53. So it's no big deal.
He even told me I look good for 53.
Yeah, you look good. You should be happy. And Emily's like, I'm not 53. What kind of joke is this? And then I started laughing. And he was like, oh, I knew it. He got really mad, right?
Yeah, because when I came out and you guys had the candles lit, and I'm like, 53? His expression was priceless. He's like, what?
Oh, my God. I've been betrayed by the person I love the most. I have 2 moms, but I only have 1 dad. Dad, you just let me down. I have 0 dads.
He's so cute. But yeah, no, you guys made it a perfect little evening with my little family.
It was nice. But I can tell you expected more. So I told her, I said, listen, I've got you 2 tickets to what we call in Orlando an April wine stroll, which they sold it online, like this little downtown village, and you go from shop to shop and you go on this wine stroll of different wines in Italy, and Emily likes wine, so I thought, bet,
Yeah, sounded
there's
great.
Food trucks involved, and oh my God, it's really artistic, I love it.
Food and wine.
Yes, because Emily's very bougie. So I thought, perfect. Turns out that it's basically you like store hopping between 5 stores, all within about a 1.5 mile radius. Mm-hmm. And it's like trick-or-treating, but for wine, right? Instead of going to houses for candy, you hop from store to store and they give you a glass of red wine.
Yeah.
Which right away, I was upset. Because it was disorganized. We didn't know where to check in, where to get our wristband. And you're supposed to drink the wine, but you can also walk around.
Yeah, I was afraid I was going to get pulled over because you're not supposed to walk around.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. But they're like, oh, you're not supposed to, but you're probably not going to get in trouble. Okay, but if we do, you're going to help us out? Or?
I'm Latina. I'm going to get pulled over.
That's what I'm saying. So I was already like, esto no me suena, no me gusta. I'm not liking this at all. But we went to this one place where they were selling like jewelry or dresses.
Homemade dresses.
Very funky. Like, how do you ever sell anything kind of store?
Yeah.
And you were looking through the dresses.
Yeah, I mean, they looked pretty cool. They were pretty plain on the top, like tank toppy on the top with a nice skirt.
Looked like something you could find at, Marshall's. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe. A little high end.
What made it higher end?
The fact that it was $150 on sale.
But stop. But that's what I'm saying. You could take a dress from Ross, hang it up in that store, and make it $200.
You're right, and nobody would know the difference.
Except this dress was different.
Yes, it had a little hole in it.
A little hole. Let me describe.
Well, as I was looking through the dresses, I noticed that one of them had a little hole.
Let's describe this little hole, okay? It wasn't something that you could be like, eso no se ve. This thing was dead center in the middle of the chest area.
Yeah.
And it was the size of a bullet hole. It was a bullet hole.
Needless to say, we walked out of there after that.
Maybe that's why it was on sale for $150.
Maybe.
That's because somebody died for that dress. We ended up going to dinner by surprise at this restaurant called Mesa 21.
Yeah.
In downtown Orlando, which was a pleasant surprise because it was a Mexican restaurant. You love Mexican.
Yes.
We were hungry. You couldn't even see a Mexican in that place.
No, we were the only Latinos in there.
Period. There was not even in the staff.
The owner was white.
Well, yes, the wait staff, the bus boys, there was nobody. It was all blanquitos, high end. But what happened?
So we order and we're like, okay, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, at least half an hour. And we both look at each other and we're like, hey, isn't it kind of late? What's going on with our food?
Basically, we were getting tired of talking to each other.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I wanted food already.
We never reached that point, but that night we did.
Yeah.
Like, we were like, okay, you know what? Hemos hablado un montón. You know what I mean?
Ya tengo hambre.
Like, that's enough. And that's when you waited a long time, when you just get tired of talking to the other person. Right? And you're like, okay. And you start looking at your watch and you're like, okay, you know what? And you look at everybody around you and they're finishing up.
Yeah.
And they came after you. And that's when you're like, okay, you know what? Ahora I'm getting in a bad mood. Okay? We waited. And then the waiter came over
She said, "Oh, there's a mix-up. There's been a mix-up. I think my manager is going to be coming over. It should be ready soon." The manager comes over and says, "I'm sorry for the mix-up. There's been something wrong with like the ticket. I think we lost the ticket. So it was placed."
He's like, I don't even want to explain the whole thing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You know what? We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna bring out some desserts.
Right.
And he walks away. Now, in the meantime, we had been talking. I had pulled out a paper and pen, and I was jotting down notes for something that I'm writing, a show that I'm writing. Well, it turns out that the manager comes out to say the whole dessert thing, leaves, but then I go back to writing some of the notes that we had been discussing regarding the show that I'm writing. Well, little did I know that the owner had been watching this.
Yeah, he was standing behind us.
Right, sees me writing notes and is probably thinking, este tipo va directamente a Yelp. He's going to go from here to Yelp or Google. Yeah, but I wasn't thinking about that. But he's probably thinking, oh my God, he's already writing down what he's going to say. This guy's going to, give us a negative review. Which
yeah.
I wasn't. I was just writing notes for my own show. Because then he comes right over and he goes, you know what? Forget about the dessert. The whole meal's on us. Don't worry about it.
Score.
And I'm thinking, oh my God. That's when I look down at my paper and I go, I think he thinks that I was going to, which is brilliant. That's the way you should think as a restaurant owner, right?
Yeah, of course.
You make somebody wait y empiezan a escribir. They're going to go to Yelp, man. And you know that a negative review online will kill you.
Yeah.
What did we do when we walked by the restaurant? I went online and I looked them up.
Exactly. You do that right away. You look at reviews.
Because you don't want to, go somewhere and you look at the review and it's like 1 star. Es una porquería, apesta. You know what I mean?
Well, he's a smart owner.
He's like, listen, if they're going to write anything, it's going to be good.
Plus, we were the only Latinos in there, man. It felt so awkward.
It would happen.
It would happen to us, right?
At a Latino restaurant, to the only Latinos who go in, they would mess up the order. Well, here's the best part.
What?
After all that, they got your order wrong.
Oh, yeah. I ordered enchiladas con salsa verde, and they brought them salsa roja.
See, they were probably thinking it was like your mofongo con camarones.
Yeah.
They were like, wait, I thought you liked salsa roja.
Everybody screwed up on my orders.
I thought you liked your salsa roja. Okay, so you only like your salsa roja on the mofongo and camarones, but on the tamales, it's got to be verde,
yes.
but not on your camarones con mofongo.
I'm Mexican, salsa verde. Puerto Rican, salsa roja.
Yeah, see, they mix that up because they're son blanquito. So they're like,
they didn't know.
We thought it was all yummy.
So if you're ever in Orlando, make sure to check out Mesa 21.
Yeah, because they hooked us up with a meal. As a matter of fact, if you're ever in Orlando and you go to Mesa 21, after a couple of minutes, be like, it's been a long time.
No, right. The manager came back and gave us his card and said, next time you come in, text me, let me know.
Text me and let me know.
That, that you were the couple that waited a long time and I'll make sure that you're taken care of.
Right, but how weird is that? Yes, we might go back, but we're not going to text them and be like, hey, we're that couple that you screwed our order on. Buscamos una mesa. Why would you milk that any further?
If
right?
I'm hungry, we're milking it.
So Jose's not with us because he's been out sick.
He has.
Yeah, he's got the flu.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, stay away.
You're a doctor. Is this flu season?
This is like the end of flu season, but we are still seeing flu. I'm still seeing flu in the clinic.
Well, what's the beginning of the flu season?
November, December-ish.
November, December-ish?
Mm-hmm. November, December.
So that's half the year.
Yeah, November, December, and then it goes until like February, March. Usually March is the end.
Okay, but you said you're still seeing
We're still seeing flu, yeah. Unexpectedly, we still are seeing a lot of flu.
So it can go to April, May.
Yeah.
Again, so it's basically half the year.
But not as intense as it can be like in December, January, and February.
So why are those months the flu season? Is it just because it's cold?
Because it's cold, yeah, and the virus lives.
The virus lives in the cold. Sounds like a trailer for a scary movie. What's the cure?
There is no cure for the flu.
Why isn't there a cure? It seems so common.
Because you can't, there is nothing that kills viruses.
What?
Well, you can get an immunization and prevent yourself from getting the flu.
Wait, but wouldn't that be a cure?
It's prophylaxis again. Remember that word?
No, not that word again. Please don't make me Google that.
You get the flu shot so that you prevent yourself from getting flu.
Right, but isn't that in a way a cure? You'll never get the flu as long as you get this shot.
No, see, that's the thing is you can still get the flu with having the flu shot.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
I know.
Hold
it happens.
on a second.
It happens.
That's like paying a toll and then still getting pulled over for violating the toll.
Sometimes the flu vaccine is not as effective as they thought it would be.
What? Okay, so then why would you get a flu shot if you can still get the flu?
because you want to prevent yourself from getting flu, like if you're older or if you're younger, because flu can be very dangerous and people just don't realize it.
What?
You can get pneumonia. People die from influenza.
Is the flu like saying la monga?
I guess people say that.
In Puerto Rico, like when you go, tengo la monga. Is that the flu?
El flu.
Okay, so then what's la monga? Is la monga worse than the flu or not as bad as the flu?
I don't know. I guess it's the same thing. I guess it would be the same thing because you do feel mongo. You feel,
Really?
Yeah.
You just figured that out? That's why it's called la monga, because you feel mongo? And it only happens to women. That's why it's called la monga.
That is not true.
So my question is, what about vaccines? There's a lot of controversy, right?
Don't even get me started with controversies and vaccines.
What's the controversy, though?
I get vaccines cause autism. We don't know what causes autism. The MMR is probably the most controversial. The measles, mumps, and rubella. That's the one that everybody thinks causes autism.
All right. Well, so why do they think? I'm sure they have some kind of a case study or something.
Because it's a live vaccine.
That's not
so
cool.
You're injecting the actual virus into your body. It's not a dead version of the vaccine. It's the actual live vaccine, the live viruses. And there was a study done in Europe by this doctor who basically lied about his study. Everything was a big lie, and he said that MMR causes autism because of the mercury in the vaccines, like whatnot. So essentially, some time ago, there was this big anti-MMR, anti-vaccines because they cause autism. But then we found out that he basically lied and all of his study was fake.
But they didn't put out that report.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did, but nobody read it.
People have read it. We know that it was all a lie, that he made up all his data.
Pero está bien, pero according to that, then there would still be no controversy, but there is.
Because people still believe it. And because people like Jenny McCarthy keep telling people that vaccines cause autism.
Does Jenny McCarthy have a child with learning disabilities or autism?
Yes.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's why if she says it, nobody wants to say,
Right.
"No, you don't know nothing."
Right.
She says she could say it was caused by M&Ms.
She's very anti-vaccines.
Oh, so they got that mouthpiece. So it's not this doctor that lied. It's a celebrity like that with a huge platform que dice algo así.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jenny McCarthy.
Oh, wow. That's tough. Mm-hmm. So telling you that vaccines are no good is not a good thing.
I really don't like when that's the first thing that parents tell me when I walk in. I don't want to give my child any vaccines. I'm against vaccines.
That's when you look at your watch and you go, it's going to be a while.
No, that's when I'm like, this is going to be a fast visit.
Why?
Because I'm not dealing with it. I'm not.
Wait, so then you don't give them the vaccine?
No, if they don't want, I talk to them, I educate, I give them handouts, whatever I can. I try to convince them.
With an attitude.
Without harassing them.
With
You're
an
not
attitude.
supposed to harass them.
I know you give them an attitude. I know you grab a couple of brochures. You're like, toma, you know what? Lee esto, léeme esto, y léeme esto, and then talk to me.
I'm not supposed to coerce them into getting the vaccines.
Oh, stop it. But you do. That's like in the law when they say you're not supposed to tell a client how to plea. And I've never told a client how to plea, whether you plead guilty or not. But you can basically go, listen, okay?
You should.
It looks really bad, okay? I'm not telling you what to do, but if you go to trial, it looks really bad. Now, if you take a plea, it's not so bad. You know what I mean? So I know you do the same with vaccines. You could take the chance of not getting a vaccine si eres estúpida.
Yeah.
Or if you're smart like me and everybody else in the civilized world, you would take the vaccine.
Ugh, it's so hard. I try and educate, and sometimes I can convince them to do it. Sometimes I, talk them into it in a non-coercive way.
Well, let's find out how Jose's doing.
Yeah, so he has flu, huh?
Vamos a ver.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jose.
Hi.
Mira,
Dime.
we hear that you're a little under the weather.
Yeah, I am.
Now, would you say you have the flu or la monga?
I'd say both, if you could mix them together.
No, wow, is that bad? Exagerado, qué dramático.
It's not exagerado. And you know what? Ustedes trajeron algo de África y me lo pegaron.
Don't you even
Hold
try
on.
to blame us.
Hold on. When did you begin getting sick?
On Sunday evening.
Sunday evening. When did we come back from Cape Town, South Africa?
Over a week ago. Like a week and a
No,
half.
well, Tuesday we were hanging out because I was helping you build the
Yes.
the TV stand.
Okay, so that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 days later, you started getting sick from contact
yes,
you
it
had
takes
with
about
us?
a week to incubate.
Okay. We have a doctor in the house. Let's ask her. Does it take about a week for you to get sick? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Come on. Ay, Dios
Pero
mío.
no, because we're not sick. We weren't sick.
There you go.
No, you guys were the transporters. You're like what is it? Number 1, whatever it's called, the
Patient zero. Patient X.
patient 0.
Okay, he doesn't need any help, Mama.
I did get bit by mosquitoes the night before we left.
Okay, so you have the flu plus la monga. You
Yeah.
have the flonga. Is there
It
any?
was like the throat swelled up, the little, I don't know what the correct medical term is for that
Okay,
little dangling
okay.
thing in the back of your throat, but that was swollen too.
Hold on.
Uvula.
It's
The
called
uvula.
it's called the uvula. Okay, get with it. Okay, not like I would know.
Oh, you
but-
knew that?
Well,
you knew that?
well, when she said it, I knew it. All right, doctor. So, what's the treatment for la flonga that Jose has? The flu and the monga.
So because this is caused by a virus, there is no antibiotics to give. So we can't give you antibiotics. Okay. And there is no cure for influenza.
Influenza. How did we get there?
Well, influenza is flu.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what it's short for?
Yeah.
Did you know that, Jose?
Yep.
Damn it. I
Okay.
didn't know that. I'm the only one that didn't know that. Because all of a sudden she
Guess
said
not.
influenza, and I thought of like, oh my God, it's like a deadly illness.
That's
What
why
I
people-
don't get is if it's influenza, why is it the flu? Why can't it be the in?
Or influ. I got the influ.
Yeah, influ.
Yeah, that's true though. That's like my name's Elizardi. They call me Ellie.
Yeah.
Why don't they just call me Czar? Yo, Czar.
Yeah. We don't call you Czar, although that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they should call me
I
Czar.
like Czar.
You know what? I'll be like, call me Czar. And they'll be like, that makes no sense. I'll be like, oh, it doesn't? Do you say the flu? Call me Czar. What up, Czar? What's going on, Czar? Emmeline would be, what is it? Ellie. Oh, my God. Listen, Emmeline is spelled Emeline. The middle is Ellie.
That's too funny.
Now I'm tripping. So you got to call me Czar and you got to call Emmeline Ellie.
Ellie.
All right. We interrupted her diagnosis. So go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So we can give you Tamiflu, which is an antiviral medicine.
But that's for Tammy.
Ay, Dios mío, you're
Yeah,
interrupting
do
me.
you have Jose flu?
Yeah, Jose flu.
No, Tamiflu.
But that's not
Ah,
going to do anything
pues
for
chao
him.
out.
Tamiflu. But I can't give it to you now
That's going to be as waste of a time as a flu shot.
because you have to start Tamiflu within the first 48 hours of symptoms for it to be effective.
Too late.
What a great friend Ellie is. He could have told me that when I told him.
What? What are you talking about? You got sick a week ago.
I told you on Tuesday. That would have been within the 48 hours.
You told me on Tuesday?
Yeah.
What did you say?
On Tuesday, I told you you were supposed to do the podcast. I'm like, I can't make it. I'm really sick.
Oh, I thought you were faking it.
Oh,
I
my
thought it was
goodness.
like,
When have I done that?
I thought it was like, I'm sick, wink, wink. I'm just too
Jose-
tired to get out.
Next time, just call me directly.
I will.
Yeah, seriously, why are you telling a lawyer that you're sick?
Yeah.
When the lawyer lives with a doctor, why wouldn't you just bypass me?
If I get arrested, I'll call Ellie. When I'm sick, I'll just call Emily.
No, see, I thought you were going to say, when I get arrested, I'll call Ellie. When I get sick, I'll call the czar. Basically, Jose has to write it out
Yeah, basically.
because that whole 48 hours thing is too late because he got sick on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Right?
So Tylenol, Motrin, lots of liquids,
That's
lots
what
of
I've been
rest.
doing. And Vicks Vapor Rub.
Vicks. Can't go wrong with Vicks.
That's the best part of being sick like that. You get
Yeah.
to rub Vicks like on your throat, your chest, your forehead. I even put some on my eyelids, man, at night. Oh, it burns, so you got to keep them closed. I swear to God, it's the best part of getting sick. I think cuando uno tiene la monga.
Did your mom ever cook it for you when you were young?
What?
No.
My mom used to have like a can, just like a can, probably of peaches or something. And she would put water to boil and then drop a heaping scoop of Vicks in it.
What?
And obviously all it is a vaporizer, a homemade vaporizer.
That's
so all the
true.
steam coming off of it, she would put you with a towel over it and you were supposed to inhale all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Did that burn your face?
Of course, that thing was steaming hot.
I just
She
don't.
actually, oh my goodness, true story. She almost caught our house on fire making one of these things. she
It's like,
put it
it's
to
like
cook.
it's like our very own Walter White. Dale, when
Yeah,
Breaking
well,
Bad.
I mean, Vicks is oil based, so she put it to cook in the stove, and she went to watch TV. Said mío, and she
perfect.
got woken up by the sound of the. Actually, I got woken up by the sound of the alarm. I jump out of bed as she's walking towards the kitchen. I see her grab the pote that's on fire. She puts it in the sink, and as she's putting it in the sink, I'm yelling, "No!" And it was loud, like in slow motion, because it's
Yeah.
it's a oil.
It's perfect.
And she's about to put water on it, and as soon as she put water, it was like a bomb. And then it shot right at me because obviously I'm where the air is at. So it shot right towards me, and for like a year there was a black mark of where the fire had gone through.
And the award for Mother of the Year goes to...
Yeah.
And that is el podcast, the Eli Castro Show. I am Eli Castro.
I'm Emeline Ramos.
Jose Rodriguez.
Remember, mi gente, life is so much better when you're laughing. Hasta la próxima.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later, brother.
Peace.
Bye, Jose.
See ya.